Yes, sir. Today we are in Swami First Aid College, run by Vidyavardhaka Sangha, conducting a national level webinar on a very good topic by name Need of the Hour. So about this topic, we have a wonderful person and very elderly person, a godfather-like minded person. My name is SP Yogana. You will going to address and you will going to speak on this particular issue, and you will going to enlighten the knowledge viewers and as well as of my faculty also. It is my privilege to thank my management to who have given me the opportunity to organize this kind of seminars throughout the period. So as a part of the program today, we are conducting on this spiritual health, the need of the hour. So Dr. SP Yogana is actually is a farmer. He is hailing from a farmer family, and he could able to get a third rank in MBBS. So he has done a wonderful job. He is practicing medicine, and he was a professor in Medical College, Mysore. After his retirement, he has taken up this job, and more so, he is a visiting professor in Government Yoga Naturopathy University, Mysore, and worked as a physician in Care Hospital for many years, and worked as a consultant general physician and cardiologist at Arogya Yoga Medicine Center. He is chairman of that particular Suyoga hospital now. And so far as literary works are concerned, he is a wonderful person who has written so many books in about medicine itself in Kannada, and to make a few ದುಶ್ಚಟಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳು, ಪ್ರಧಾನ ರೋಗಗಳು, ಹೃದಯಾಘಾತ, ಸಮಗ್ರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ದರ್ಶನ, ನಾನ್ಯಾರು, ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಆರೋಗ್ಯ. These are the wonderful books he has written in, and which will be very useful to the general public. And he has been actively involved in bringing out which is being published by Kannada Vaidya Vignana Vishwakosha, Vaidyakiya Nigantu. So these are all certain important books he has edited and written by him, and University of Mysore has published. And he was holding a position. He was an organizing secretary in Akhila Bharata Prathama Kannada Vaidyakiya Sahitya Sammelana, which was 23. Again, presented documentary on medicinal literature, and Honorable Chief Editor, Medicinal Science, Mysore Vishwavidyanilaya, Divisional Editor of Vishwakosha, Hampi Kannada Vishwavidyanilaya. So editor, he is an editor, IMA Focus, and he is a recipient of so many awards. To mention a few, he has received VC Rai Award, RL Narsimhaya Science Award. He has been honored from IMA Branch and honored from Mysore Sahitya Parishad. So he is associated with the Mysore IMA Branch, Secretary of Mysore IMA Branch from 2002 to 2003, Vice President of Mysore IMA Branch, and member for board, and he is associated with journalism. He is an editor of Arogya Yoga and Kannada Daily published Arogya Masika, and editor Kannada Weekly published on Halavaru Arogya Lekana. He is a speaker in Akashvani. So these are all certain achievements he has done, and today he is very actively involved in maintaining the physical as well as mental wealth of general public, and he is the chairman of Suyoga Hospital. And whoever goes there, he is going to call the person is to in chamber, and he is going to check out all his setups. So these are all the things, and he is a wonderful person who has made so much of contributions, particularly in Canada towards medical sciences. So these words, so, it is my privilege to welcome Professor Yogana to take up this charge, and he will going to speak on spirit, the need of the hour. So I welcome you for listen.
Namaskaram. Thank you, Dr. M. Shivlingegoda, the principal of the Purswami First Grade Vidyavardhaka, renowned Vidyavardhaka College. I welcome at the outset all the listeners on behalf of the Vidyavardhaka Sangha, a prestigious institution in the state, and the CEO of Hospital, another prestigious institution, hospital in the state. Dear listeners, today I am going to draw your attention on a subject called spiritual health. The spiritual health is a very old, true aspect generated in the motherland India. As you all aware, WHO, World Health Organization, which is the custodian of the health aspect in the globe, has accepted spiritual health as a scientific aspect. And it is a proud privilege, being an Indian, that it is this motherland which gave birth to the real concept of spiritual health. The greatest contribution of this motherland India to the world of mankind and the world of medical literature is spiritual health. But unfortunately, the spiritual health has been misunderstood and so many misconceptions on spiritual health. The spiritual health is not been understood in a right spirit scientifically. Over a period of 30 years as a student of medicine, I have made so many studies and research, and I have made an honest attempt to understand spiritual health in a scientific way, which I am going to share with you. As a teacher in medicine in Mysore Medical College for 30 years, I used to teach my students spiritual health in all the classes. And the spiritual health is not the need of the hour, it is need of every hour of the human life and of the entire nation. Friends, what is spiritual health? Spiritual health is a science. It is understanding of the universal truths. It is understanding of the universal creation. And it is an understanding of the entire science of creation and the science of creation of the man and the integration of the relationship between the man and the nature, and also it is a lifestyle measure by which you integrate everything in the creation, and you integrate everything in the creation and lead such a life which you can be happy all the time. The word spiritual health in English and the origin of spiritual health, as I said, is the motherland India, and the language of motherland India, mother language of motherland India is Sanskrit. Adhyatmika Arogya is the terminology that first generated in this universe. So Adhyatmika Arogya is a Sanskrit word which is equivalent to a spiritual word. I would just to like to enlighten you about the hidden meaning of the hidden meaning of this Adhyatmika Arogya. I will take up the Sanskrit word first because that is the mother of all the languages in the world. So the Adhyatma means, Adi means primary, Atma means energy. This is the meaning of this word. The primary energy is, that is the meaning of Adhyatma. Arogya means, as you know, the state of health. So there is a primary energy which is responsible for the health, and not only health of the human being, the health of the entire universe. So it is a universal health. It is not just the health of a human being, because human being is one of the component of the universe, and human being is connected with all the component of the universe. So therefore, the health of the universe, the health of the human being depends upon the health of the universe. So what is this universe? So Adhyatma, the primary energy. What is this primary energy? See, if you understand this, if you understand the physics of the spirituality, what is the entire universe is matter and energy. So what all you see, including the human being and entire creation, it is matter and energy, as you all aware. So matter and energy, human being is also made up of matter and energy. Each matter which has got a shape, and in that there is an energy which is responsible for the matter to move or do the work. So also the human being. So therefore, the the energy present in each of the cell of the human being. So also the in each component of the universe. If that energy is healthy, then the entire universe will be healthy. So this is the concept, this is the real truth, and this is the thing which you should understand to understand this spiritual health. If you come to the English word spiritual health, spirit is a Latin word. Again, it means not the spirit. The spirit means, again, is a Latin word which means energy. So, health, energy, which is responsible for health. So, with that concept, these words have been derived. So, with this brief introduction to spiritual health, I'm going to explain you what is health. See, WHO defines health as a state of physical, mental, social, sexual, and spiritual well being, not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. That means what? You have got important four component of health. One is physical health. Physical means matter. That means the human body, which happens to the human body, it is the body, health of the body. As you know, the body is made up of cells, tissues, and organs. You have brain, you have got heart, lungs, and ultimately the cells, which are organized to form the tissues, which are organized to form organs, which again organized to form systems, which ultimately organized to form the entire human body. So, the physical health refers to the physical body, the cell, health of the cell. As you know, each cell in the body has got a designated function, designated structure. So, to be healthy, it should be have a pre-programmed, a designated structure and function when as long as to be healthy. So, therefore, this refers to the physical health. So, then mental. See, as you know, entire human body is controlled by the mind. There is a mind in the body. Where is the mind? How is the mind? Is a $1,000,000 question. Till now, there are so many things which we don't know about the mind. What is not known is much more than what is known about the mind. But still, one thing is true, the mind is the most evolved component in the human body and also in the universe. This mind, which is supposed to be in the brain, controls the entire brain and each cell of the body. So, therefore, the mind should be healthy to have a good health, because the mind is the regulator of the body, not only of the body, entire universe, because the health of the universe depends upon the decision taken in the mind of the human being. So that I will come to later. That is about the mental health. Then social health. What is the social health? Social health means it has got the entire so many components in social health. So it means it is environment. Environment has got macro environment and micro environment. Macro means what we see, plants, animals. Micro environment, which is much more important, is which we cannot see. The bacteria, the virus, the fungus, they are all contribute to the health of the environment. So you have got physical environment, you have got chemical environment, you have got the soul method. Therefore, that I'm not going to get. So that is a component of the universe. The social health refers to the entire social component of the universe. So in this social environment, we have customs with the individual practices, the religions with the individual practices, the food habits, the individual practices. All this is going to influence the health of the individual. So this is the social health which embraces anything and everything of the universal actions that are going on in the universe. Then is the sexual. See, the creator, the purpose of this creation by the creator is procreation. The each component of the universe has got an inborn desire to procreate its generation. So also the human being. So for this, the sexual activity is required. So the sexual, normal sexual activity of a human being is also very much needed for the health of an individual. Then lastly, the spiritual health, which we are now tackling. Why I detail these things is, this understanding is very important to understand what is spiritual health. Spiritual health means, as I told you, the health of the soul. Soul means energy. Again, energy. A soul means energy. Adhyatma. Adhyatma. Soul means energy. So the health of the energy which we are speaking with, that I will come to that little later. What is that energy? The energy in the human being. The energy in the human being. What is this energy? Bioenergy, which is also called as Atma. There is an energy in the human being, that I will come to that little later when I explain to you the Atma. So spiritual health means the health of the energy in the human being. So this energy, from where it has come, how it has come, that what you refer to as Atma. This I will just come to that later. Remember, health means it's a state of ease, not merely an absence of disease. If you are not suffering from any disease, any pain, any typhoid fever, cancer, and all, don't think you are healthy. Health means, WHO defines, health is a state of ease. Ease means happiness. So therefore, ultimately it boils out to, the health means state of happiness. As long as you are happy, you are healthy. This is the definition of the health. Not only the WHO, our ancient health system of our this land, the Ayurveda, naturopathy, they have defined health long before itself. But now the WHO has accepted that. So ease means happiness. So if you happiness means, physically you must be happy, mentally you must be happy, socially you must be happy, sexually you must be happy, then only I will certify you as a healthy person. So happiness is the prime requisite to define, to certify an individual as happiness. How does this happiness come? The happiness doesn't that comes not from the drugs, not from the doctor. How does this happiness come? So this spiritual health means it is a lifestyle by which you integrate physical, mental, social, sexual aspects of the health to become happy. So happy means not only happy. If I ask you 100 people, how many people are happy all the time, 24 hours? Even during sleep, people are not happy. Some people get bad dreams in sleep. So therefore, people are not happy even in dreams. They wake up by bad dreams. So therefore, happiness means you should be happy, constantly happy for 24 bar 7. Is it possible? If you ask yourself how many hours you are happy, how many people will say you that at least 50% of the day I was in a state of happiness? Never. People are very unhappy, especially in this modern world. Most of the people are unhappy. What is the difference between happiness and unhappiness? I will come to that little later. Happiness is congenial. Happiness promotes your internal biochemical environment. So when you are happy, when you are happy, your biochemistry is different. When you are unhappy, your biochemistry is different. See, happiness, it has been biochemically, by research, it has been proved in a state of happiness. The internal environment, milieu interior, internal environment, as you know, the human being is made up of millions of chemical substances. The human being, all the functions in the body, all the parameters, all the organs, all the structure and functions of the body are with biochemical substances. So the milieu interior, if you want to have a normal homeostasis, we call it as normal milieu interior, you should be happy. When you are happy, endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, these are the most important chemical substances that are liberated in the system, in the brain, in the nervous system, which keeps the cell functions and cell structures in a normal state, giving rise to a state of health. If you are unhappy, then you have more noradrenaline, more corticosteroids who are liberated in the system, which will going to produce your blood pressure, your diabetes, your cancer, and your immune system is going to be damaged. That's why I gave the subject spiritual health is need of the hour. What has happened today? How many people are happy? Most of the people are unhappy. Unhappiness in the modern world is the root cause of all the growing communicable and non-communicable diseases in the East. So even with reference to the corona, present corona, why corona? Don't blame coronavirus. Coronavirus is also a an organism created by the creator. It has got right to live. It also has to live. Each organism in the universe has got a right to live. Please understand. But because your immune system is damaged, you don't have a proper immunity, because you are all unhappy, your immune system is damaged, and coronavirus comes and invades you. If your immune system is strong, coronavirus will not do anything for you. So therefore, please blame your immune system. Don't blame corona. So likewise, you see in the environment, in the modern society, many diseases are emerging out. Non-communicable diseases, diabetes, cancer, hypertension, heart attack, mental disorders, these are all in the rise. This is because people are not happy, unhappy. So therefore, these happiness, unhappiness, spiritual health is the only answer to keep your mind constantly in a state of happiness. So therefore, we have departed from the path of spiritual health, especially we Indians. As I rightly said earlier, the mother origin of spiritual health is this India. It is this Rishi Samskriti. It is this Gurukula Samskriti which was existing in our earlier days, had imbibed into the blood of each individual the spiritual component of life, the spiritual aspect of life into their blood. So therefore, they used to follow such a lifestyle, spiritual lifestyle, wherein they used to be constantly happy. That's why we were not seeing so much of diseases earlier days. But now we are deviating from that path. So this is the reason. Now, after understanding this, pre-programmed actions. What is pre-programmed actions? See, as a science student, if you analyze this creation, everything is going on in the creations are pre-programmed. All are pre-programmed, including the human body, including the functions of the human body, are all pre-programmed. I will give you a few examples which will initiate you to think so many other things. I will give an example of a human system. See, from the day of conception, sperm and ovum, they meet. You do everyday intercourse. Everyday intercourse will not be successful in giving a pregnancy. We have seen many people, if you do intercourse, even during fertile period, you will not see fertilization to occur. You will not see. Even by outside, in the laboratory, if you take a ovum and sperm and fertilize outside, all fertilization will not occur. So therefore, even only during a particular period, I don't know who decided the conception occurs. Once the conception occurs, till the day of delivery of the fetus in the womb, formation of zygote, fetus Sorry for the inconvenience. There's some technical problem. Sorry. See, from the day of formation of zygote, every day when heart to develop, when lung to develop, when brain to develop, when limbs to develop, the stage by stage is pre-programmed. On first day, what should happen? Second day, what should happen? Third day, what should happen? All happens in a computerized, pre-programmed way. Don't you think this is sufficient enough to understand what is going on in the human body are all pre-programmed? See, menstrual cycle that happens and the milestones of development a child, even after the birth of the child, the milestones of development, when the child should walk, when the child should talk, when the child should run, when the child should start learning, when the child should laugh, when the child should uh, get the sexual hormones released, and when the signs of aging should start. All these things happen on a particular day in your lifetime. It's all going to establish that what is going on in the human being are all pre-programmed. I can give you thousands of examples in the human being itself. Of course, this is because of the constraint of time. You are all, you just think about it. And if you come to the universe, the seasons that happens, the winter, summer season that happens, the movement of earth and sun, and the movement of the growth of plants, and the relation between the plant and the man. Man gives carbon dioxide, which they absorb, and they gives oxygen. So like that, if you go on analyzing, even in the creation, everything is pre-programmed. You people, you people should understand that everything that is going on in the universe is pre-programmed. The spiritual knowledge gives you all this information that how this creation is working, how this creation has been created, and what are all the things that are going on in the creation, and how this creation is going to be progressed. As you all know, there is an evolution. There is an evolution which has occurred, and the man has come in the middle of the evolution. So therefore, these pre-programmed actions are there. This spiritual knowledge, man has failed to understand the entire creation. He has not fully understood. There are so many things which are not understood, which have not come into the purview of the special senses of understanding of the human being in the creation. There are so many things which the man has not understood. So therefore, this creation, the pre-programmed actions of the creation, you should understand, and you should not disturb this pre-programmed action. So the spiritual knowledge, the treasury of spiritual knowledge is Veda and Upanishads, and of course the Bhagavad Gita. See, if you just go and study the Veda and Upanishad and the Bhagavad Gita, which are treasuries of knowledge, of spiritual knowledge, you get so many information about the creation. The scientists, so-called the scientists, so-called the present-day scientists, who are trying to understand evidence-based. See, science asks evidence for everything. You can't give evidence for everything. I'm happy. How can you give evidence? Say that what evidence you can give? happy for happiness and unhappiness. It is an experience. So like that, these about the creation, if you want to know, it is a spiritual knowledge. That knowledge is available in Veda and Upanishad, and of course in the Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, these pre-programmed actions you should understand, and man should behave to potentiate these pre-programmed actions of the human being and also the nature. Spirituality tells you how a man should behave. This is the creation. This is how the things are going on in the universe. And these are all the pre-programmed actions. And to potentiate and not to disturb how the human should behave. This is what the spirituality teaches. Next, there are two levels of spirituality. There are two levels of spirituality. One is worldly spirituality and transcendental spirituality. See, worldly, to understand a spiritual health, one thing you should strongly believe, the truth, is that there is a creator. Without a creator, this universe would not have been like this. If you see the pre-programmed, computerized type of happening in the universe, without any interference by anybody, it gives a strong suspicion that there is a creator and there is a monitor. There must be somebody which is monitor, creator and monitor. That you may call it as God or higher force. In a common man's language, God. See, to understand To understand, 2 minutes. Please wait for 2 minutes. I request you to wait for 2 minutes because of there's some technical problem. Yeah,
sir. Sir? Hello. ಅದೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ PPT ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಿತ್ತು
PPT ಬೇರೆ ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ
ಬೇಡ
ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು
ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಂಗೆ ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ PPT ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ
PPT ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಬಿಡು ಗೂಗಲ್ PPT ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
ಸರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್
Now to understand still detail when I to explain further what I am giving you, the background, the scientific background of this creation, to understand the ultimate spiritual health, which I am going to explain you in the later half of this talk. Now, how this creation happened? Science of creation. Till today, nobody knows how this creation came to existence. But as per the today's understanding, which is agreed upon by most of the scientists, Big Bang theory, you might have heard. So what is this Big Bang theory says? I already mentioned the whole universe is matter and energy, including the human being. So there was a big matter, there was a big energy which colluded, and the matter was broken into pieces, and this energy got impregnated into the each pieces of the matter and become many, many pieces. Each matter which was broken down, it further broken down in its own genealogical pathway and evolved into the present state of components of the universe. This is the most believable, most scientific knowledge as available today. So therefore, first, if you study the evolution of this universe, the sun was created, all these earth was created, then water was created, then plants were created, then the microbes were created. Amoeba is supposed to be the first acellular organism. From that, the living beings are created. Man appeared in the middle of the creation. Now let us concentrate on man, because he is the most culprit in the universe. Why we are interested in man is the most culprit in the universe till today. He is a man who is destroying the universe. So therefore, let us consider man. Man appeared in the middle of the universe. We don't know when the human race appeared. But one thing is sure, before appearance of the human race, the whole infrastructure for the living of the human was created. What a beautiful creation. Don't you think it is a pre-programmed? So what are all necessary for the human being to live were created much earlier. Air was created, food was created, and everything was created before man appeared, human race appeared. So we don't know when the human race appeared, but as per the available podological evidences, taking the human soul, they made a study, and that study says about 20 crores years ago, 14 billion years ago, this creation came. About 20 crores years ago, the human race came into existence. This is the understanding as available today. So, in the middle, so first, the man who was created was an ancient man. His brain was not so much developed, and the evolution occurred in a stepped manner. Again, it's a pre-programmed manner. We don't know male and female were created simultaneously, or in the plant, the male and female sexual organs are existing in the same. So the copulation occurs, and reproduction occurs, and their progeny goes. So male and female organs are there in the same organ. The same one is so we don't know whether the human being was also like that, and ultimately the male and female get separated. That we don't know. But the truth is, the male and female came, And maybe about 15,000 years ago, this modern man, so-called modern man today, what are all the structure functions now we have, such a man was created about 10,000 to 15,000 years ago. This is the understanding of this. See, man is the miniature of the universe. Why I call man as the miniature of the universe means, if you dissect the human being, I have given thousands of examples I can give. Each impregnation of the universe you see in the human being, because he has evolved from the universe much before his origin, universe was there. So what all you see in the universe, their reprint or mirror images of that reprint you see in the human being. This I have substantiated in my books, these examples. So therefore, to give an example, in the immune system, if we see what chemical bombs you have, what satellites you have, what chemical bombs you have, all are existing in the human system, in the immunological human system. And transport, what type of transport, road transport, air transport, and the water transport, all what you are now, what you called, innovations and research, and all are already existing in the human system. Computer, the IT technology, IT-BT technology, don't think you have innovated. Already there is in the brain. I think the human body is the best inspirer. The human body functions, or some other living organism functions and structures, are the great inspirer for the great innovations, great research that have happened in the IT-BT. You can substantiate many, many examples. So why I am telling all these things? Because man is an evolved component of the universe, the most evolved component of the universe. Human brain, human mind is most evolved, still most evolved component in the universe. There is nothing in the universe which is equal to the human brain. Such an energy, see, human mind you can't see. So that's why I say mind is a manifestation of energy. That I will come to that when I explain the Atma. What is Atma? So therefore, because he is a man, so how the man has evolved, how a fetus evolves. So sperm and ovum, for that the food comes from the universe. So the child grows, from where the child grows, you take the food from the mother which has taken the food from the universe. So like that, if you study all these very microscopically with sensitivity, you see the human being is a creation of the universe. Hence, he is connected to the universe. So what I want to establish is, human being is connected to the universe. He is not alone. There is an invisible connection. Because there is an invisible relationship. There is an invisible influence between the universe, each component of the universe, and the human being. So when you have connection with each component of the universe, if you break it, what will happen? What spirituality says this? So when you are connected with each component of the universe, what is that connection? Has been explained in the spiritual knowledge. So therefore, your action should be in such a way that you potentiate these connections. Your behavior should be in such a way, your lifestyle should be in such a way, not to break these connections. There is a connection between man and man, because we have all come from the same source energy, primary matter. Entire universe has come from the primary matter and primary energy. So we are connected. We are visibly, invisibly connected. So each human being is connected. Though because of the different particles going in a different genealogical pathway, though there may be some genetic variation in the human beings, but ultimately the primary source of energy is same. So therefore we are connected. So therefore if we are connected means, would you like to disturb this connection, the human connections? If you disturb the human connection between man and man, what will happen? It is not going to be the aspiration of the Creator. The Creator wants the connection between man and man. He wants a connection between each component of the universe. Connections means what? Love each other. You potentiate the relationship. Don't break the relationship. You potentiate the relationship. You facilitate the relationship. You understand this. Coordinate between one and one. This is the science of understanding of the philosophy aspect of the spiritual health. So this one, when a man, what is dharma, religion and spirituality? They are not same. Religion is different, spirituality is different. So religion and spirituality, they are not same. Spirituality means ultimate truths of nature, ultimate truths of creation. The spirituality contains ultimate science of creation, ultimate truths of creation. Religion is man-made. Religion is man-made. Spiritual is God-made, God-given, Creator-given. Creator has said, I have created this universe like this. The responsibility of each creation is this. The creation should move like this. Ultimate truths, which is not in the purview, control of anybody except the Creator. Religion is man-made. He created certain rituals, lifestyle. Dharma means, I will come to that. Religion means it's a lifestyle measure created by man to reach the state of spirituality. So religion is a lifestyle measure provocated by man, some people, man. It's a path. It's a path to reach, to reach the, understand the spirituality. But what has happened? Dharma and adharma. These two components are there in religion. Dharma and adharma. What is dharma? A simple way of understanding dharma is, I told everything is programmed. Man is supposed to act in such a way to potentiate these pre-programmed actions, pre-programmed reactions, pre-programmed things that are going in the universe. What are all the actions you do to promote, to facilitate these pre-programmed action is dharma. Adharma means opposite. What are all the actions you should not do which disturb the pre-programmed activities of this nature is adharma. Dharma have been listed and adharma have been also been listed. So therefore, it is a lifestyle practice. If you understand, first you should understand the spirituality. Then dharma means it is a practices to reach the spiritual components. But unfortunately, that is how the Buddha came. Buddha understood the spirituality in his own way. And he started preaching how to be happy. How to be happy. See, if you, I told happiness and unhappiness. If you do actions in your life which promotes the dharmic activities, which promotes the pre-programmed actions of the universe, you will be always happy. You will be eternally happy. If you do adharmic activities which disturb the pre-programmed actions of the nature, you will be unhappy. That is how the spiritual health comes into the picture. But unfortunately, what happened? These preachers damaged the basic spirit of spirituality and created so many religions in their own personal capacity. It may be Islam, it may be Christianity, it may be so many Sikh, Hinduism, so many things they have created in their personal capacity just for their own personal ends and destroyed the basic scientific concepts of spiritual health. What is happened, what has to happen today? You should segregate. You should de-skin these bad elements. Terrorism, do you think is a component of spirituality? Can any religion tolerate terrorism? So like this, these preachers who did not understand the basic spirit of spirituality for their own personal ends, impregnated certain bad things, worse things, which are not in the spirit of spirituality, and established their own religion and misguided this humanity. And now you see so many religions dividing the human beings, and such people have not understood the basic spirit of spirituality, which now we are facing the division of the mankind on the background of religion. Spirituality will never divide. Spirituality says that we are united. All are from the same source. You are connected. But religion says you are different. Friends, understand which you will embrace. Will you embrace a religion which divides human beings? So therefore, the religions and spirituality are entirely different. You have to draw a line, and the basic concept of spirituality has to be understood. So, another most important component is enlightenment. Is one of the another word that is used in spiritual health. Enlightenment, Gnanodaya. See, this creator, I don't know why he created this mysterious human being and gave a mysterious mind. Mind is the most important component. For this mind, the creator gave both positive emotions and negative emotions. Mind is the most powerful weapon in the universe. As you know, the creation depends upon the mind. If two minds join together, takes a decision that you should destroy the entire universe by nuclear bomb, yes, they can do so. So ultimately, the mind is the most powerful weapon in the universe. The intention of the universe creator was not that. So he gave a powerful mind And also, see the mind, the human body works on mind. What is energy? Capacity to do work is energy. So what work you do is through mind. So capacity of the mind to energy to do work is energy. I call it the mental energy. So therefore, Creator give both positive emotions and negative emotions. I don't know why he did this miracle. What is positive emotions? Love, courage, coordination. These are all positive emotions. Think positively. Think positively means think in a way the actions which potentiates the pre-programmed actions of the universe. That is positive emotions. He also gave a negative emotions. Hatredness, fear, non-coordination, jealousy. Let's go on listing. So there are positive emotions in the mind and there are negative emotions in the mind. Positive emotions and negative emotions. Positive emotions are dharmic emotions. Negative emotions are adharmic emotions. So therefore, ultimately, it boils out to training of the mind. Mental health. That is the mental health. Mental health means positive emotions you will always give you happiness. Negative emotions will always give you unhappiness. So therefore, the handling of the emotions in the body, in the mind, is more important for a human being. So how to handle this? So Creator gave both the things and gave a responsibility for us only. You do whatever you like. This is a greatest mistake done by the Creator. If you had created only positive emotions, then this problem in the world would not have arisen at all. It is man. What happened? Now we have to culture the mind spiritually. Spiritual health cultures your mind with positive emotions, suppressing the negative emotions. This is the most important aspect that happens if you practice spiritual health. Always the positive emotions comes to the surface. Negative emotions are suppressed down, disappears, or they suppressed. This is the most important aspect. If you want to be healthy, you want to be always healthy, you control your negative, suppress your negative emotions, and let these positive emotions comes to the surface. Let them become the leader of you. If the positive emotion becomes the leader of the mind, then you are spiritually strong. It's a strong, full mind. Whereas the other, it is a weak mind. So therefore, this is about these. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment means there are two types of enlightenment. One is in a normal worldly environment, worldly spirituality. In a normal worldly environment, if you bring your, if you are enlightened, if you are enlightened, then your positive emotions will be in the upper surface. Your negatives are in the lower surface. If you reach such a stage that you are first stage of enlightenment, you achieve your first stage of enlightenment. You will be always happy. Then transcendental enlightenment. Transcendental enlightenment is a very important ultimate state of spirituality. Ultimate state of spirituality is transcendental, higher force. See, when I was discussing about these things, there is a creator. I will come to that later. There is a creator. That creator is the highest force, energy. In the quantum physics world, energy, highest energy is that. If the energy in me unites with that higher energy, because all are manifestation of higher energy. So therefore, in energy in me collides, unites with the higher forces. then that is ultimate. You will be always in a state of happiness. You will forget the entire world. So all materialistic, you will detach from all materialistic world, and you can go and come back also. So this is the highest phase, and we have people who have reached that stage. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had reached that state. So therefore, this is about the transcendental spirituality. Of course, for a normal man, of course, only the people who want to achieve moksha and all, for them it is required. Not for a common man, need not worry about that state of achievement. A normal man should only worry about the first level of enlightenment, where the positive emotions come to the surface, negative emotions all go down. Then moral values. Moral values. What are moral values? The morality is also contextual. What is good for one context may be bad for other context, vice versa. But in the eye of spiritual, moral values means those values, dharmic values, which potentiates the pre-programmed actions of the universe, they are all moral values. What are immoral values? The opposite, adharmic thoughts. So this is about this. Then Atma. What is Atma? Atma is said, soul is energy. See, Atma, this Atma is energy in a human being. Not only for human being. See, the universe, the matter and energy. See, I told you, the entire universe was created by a big matter and big energy collision. So each energy, matter, they evolved in the one pathway, different pathways. So therefore, each individual human being has got that component of energy in us. So there is a component of universal energy in each individual. This is Atma. So the component of universal energy in each individual is Atma. Not only we have Atma, this table has got Atma. Each universal component has got Atma. That means a component of universal energy in each component of the universe is Atma. So also the human being. If you come to the modern medicine, has not understood Atma in a scientific way. But I have defined Atma for the first time. I presented this paper in all international national conferences of doctors, which they have accepted, most of them. See, this human body, science teachers will understand this better. See how this human body works. This human body works by bioelectricity. Each cell produces electricity in it. The electricity produced by each cell keeps the cell alive. So, if I am talking now, it is because of the electrical activity that is going on in the brain and muscles. If I am moving my hand, for this the order comes from the brain, electrical impulses. There is some electrical activity in the brain, and that electrical impulses, the activity is transmitted to the hand and tongue. So this thought generation in the brain, all are electrical impulses. And all chemical activity, action potential. Each cell has got a basic action potential, electrical action potential, which is generated by electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and calcium, which are taken from the universe. So universe means universal energy. So therefore, what is death? If you understand what is death, what happens when a death occurs in a human being? This electrical activity of the cell of each cell becomes standstill. There is no electrical activity in this cell. So when the electrical activity in the cell completely stops, then death occurs. So therefore, death means the electrical energy which was there inside the human being comes out. Where does it go? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be only transformed from one form to other. This is a basic science, scientific fact. So therefore, this electrical activity comes out and joins the universe. So universal energy pool, there's a universal energy pool for which it joins. So therefore, this electrical energy that is present in human being is Atma. That's all. This Atma has no death, as energy has no death. So therefore, this is the explanation which our ancient spiritual leaders, spiritual knowledge have explained the Atma, presence of the Atma, and that can be explained by these scientific evidences like this. And there is another. See, spiritual health has got two components. One is scientific component, another is philosophical component. Both components are there in spiritual. Scientific component means that Big Bang theory, evolution, how it happened, and this energy, what I am telling. The philosophical aspect of it is that is what is the lifestyle with the background of the scientific knowledge, how you have to behave, how you have to behave, how you have to plan your lifestyle. If you plan your lifestyle, what is the result? This is the philosophical component of the spiritual health. So therefore, God. See, in a spiritual, while understanding a spiritual health, you must believe in a higher force. Higher force, with all explanation, you will all believe with me that there is a creator and everything is going on in a pre-programmed manner, computerized manner, and everything is set in computer. There must be a man, a force which is controlling all these things. If you believe, you have to believe this. So that is a creator. So that you call it as a God or higher force. If somebody who doesn't want to call it as a God, let us call it as a higher force. For our people, what they did, because energy is not visible, energy can be only felt. So energy can be only felt. Its effects can be seen. And you cannot see energy. Any type of energy you cannot see. So electrical energy is converted to light and you see the light. So you can see, that's all. So therefore, in the same way, here, this energy which is there in the human being, if you modulate that energy in a different direction, is Atma. The mind and soul, these are the most important component in the human body. Mind is a leader. So if you culture the mind spiritually, mind works on thought generation. What type of thought you generate, such type of actions will be. So therefore, the thought generation mind should be trained in such a way that the spiritual thought generation occurs. Spiritual thought means not God thoughts. Please remember, there is nothing God. There is, if you believe God, you believe. If you doesn't believe, don't believe God. God means higher force. That's all. So you should be trained in such a way. There should be a spiritual thought generation. What is spiritual thoughts means? Dharmic thoughts or spiritual thoughts. So, you see the God in everybody. See the universal the higher force, if you call it as a God, which is a controller, The component of that controller is in me. So therefore, I am God. Aham Brahmasmi. So, because you have a component of universal energy in you, each individual is God only. Like that, each component of the universe is a component of God, component of higher force, God. That's why the people started worshipping plants, stones, animals, human beings, because all are manifestations of God. You see these signs, we should understand. People will laugh. Hey, what is man? He is worshipping a stone. It is a manifestation of God. Through that you see the higher energy. For a common man who cannot understand all these things, it is an idol. It is a physical structure through which you are going to see spirituality. That's why the temples came into picture. The temples came, our ancient people made a temple because a common man cannot understand these highest science and philosophy of spirituality. So he believes in spiritual health, there are so many forces. See, what all you see in the universe, your special senses, eyes and ears, what you feel, the special senses, don't think that is the universe. There are so many, there are waves. See, in between human beings, there are waves. When you are happy, you transmit waves. How the TV works? TV works by observing the waves. Can you see waves? No. So therefore, the sound waves, the emotional waves, all these things you cannot see, but still this universe is full of waves which you cannot see. But if you acquire a spiritual energy, if you become a spiritual master, you can able to feel them. Not an ordinary people, not for ordinary people. So therefore, these are spiritual health. God, I was telling about the God. So God worship means we have worship. We did not spend lakhs of rupees for worship. Puja, Gija, no, please don't spend lakhs and crores of rupees for puja. This is again the priest class exploited our spirituality for their own. Hence, all these things has to go, but spirituality should remain. So worship is a way to concentrate your mind to spirituality. For an ordinary man who cannot experience the energy, so for him, the worship, the idols, the temples, nothing wrong in that. But the exploitative aspect of this indeed that is going on has to be removed. So therefore, the God means highest force. Let us take that the highest force is God. In each component, there is a component of energy is there. I told you, even Atma also has got two components. One is scientific component, that is energy. Second is philosophical component, awareness, universal awareness. See, Atma has got two components. One is philosophical component, awareness, and scientific components, Atma, energy, which I explained. Awareness means what? See, with the background of all these things, if you think I am a component of universe, I have got responsibility to procreate, promote the predetermined actions of this universe. If I disturb them, I also get disturbed. I am a component of the universe. I am a part of the universe. This awareness, if you develop, is a philosophical component of it. Friends, all these are all components of spirituality. I explained to you what is health means to be happy. Happy means happiness is the state of Happiness. When you are happy, you are healthy. That is the WHO says. If you want to be happy, how you can be happy? You should become a spiritual master. Spiritual master means not going to worship, puja, devastan. No, not that. With this awareness, I belong to the universal awareness and culturing a lifestyle wherein you potentiate the pre-programmed actions of the human body and also the that of the universe. You don't do anything which disturb this and bring your positive emotions into the surface, suppressing the negative emotions. Then you are a spiritual man. You need not go to temple. You need not worship. This is the highest understanding of science of spiritual health. If you are spiritually strong, your physical health will improve. Of course, the mental culturing of the, then how to attain this? The basic $1,000,000 question is how to attain this state. Very difficult, very difficult question. I always say only by education, only by inculcating the spiritual health in the schools and colleges, that do for primary or secondary educations, and on all levels of education, let him be a doctor, engineer, you must be spiritually strong. If you want to spiritually strong, you must, our education system, right from the primary days, all this has to be taught to our students. Primary education, all these subjects, the science of spirituality have to be taught, philosophy of spirituality have to be taught for our children in middle school and primary school level so that you put up a strong base for them. This is called culturing of the mind, spiritual culturing of the mind. Then they should not stop there. You should move on to graduation. There should be a special spiritual subjects in that. Please remember, not religion. Religion is different. Don't mix religion in the spirituality. And the spiritual subjects should be taught in all schools and colleges with this background and train them, culture the mind, impregnate the mind with spiritual thoughts. Then only the human values will come. Then only the human health will improve. Then only the basic, the most important aspiration of creator is the man should be happy. He must die with happiness. He is born with happiness. A child is born with happiness. A child in the womb is always happy. So therefore, when the child comes out, it comes out as Vishwamana, universal man. He doesn't know any caste. He doesn't know any religion. What it knows, it only knows the universal truths. But when as it grows, you impregnate caste, you impregnate religion, you impregnate what is bad and what is good. What is bad, what is good. Dharma is bad, but dharma is good, adharma is bad. But you don't train our children like that. You tell he is bad, he is good, he is good. The sense of discrimination you create. These are all ills of society. So therefore, my friends, I hope most of you are teachers. Teachers have got a responsibility, a greater responsibility. Doctors and teachers have got a greater responsibility to build this nation and this mankind. Doctors, of course, looks on the health. Teachers looks on generations. So we have to train our students. We have to train our students with a strong spiritual mind. Strong spiritual mind. And nowadays education is only money oriented and only materialistic. How much salary I get? Is that all salary you are getting? Are you all happy? Ultimately, what all we earn, we have to leave it and go. See, Corona has taught a good lesson. But be happy. So when you are happy, you do all things. Why? For happiness. So you do a happiness. Be happy. create happiness, make the environment to be happy, make the people living around you happy, be happy. This is the spirit of spiritual health. Thank you, my friends.
Hello, can you hear me, sir? Yes, sir. Sir, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello,
Oh, sir, thank you.
tell me.
Second. Sir, so we have few questions from our inquisitive participants.
Ah,
We feel very happy if you try to answer all those
please,
simple
please,
questions. First
please,
one,
please.
sir. Uh, what is or is there any importance of spiritual well-being in the built environment?
Beautiful environment.
Built environment.
What is
Built
that?
built environment.
Spirit. I
Well,
have not heard properly.
well established environment.
Huh?
Well established environment.
I didn't understand what is the question. I did not. Well established environment means spiritual environment.
Built environment.
Huh?
Importance of spiritual well-being in the built environment. What is the importance of spiritual well-being in the built environment? One wants to know about this one.
See, spiritual environment means is a good environment. You
Good
create an
environment.
environment where there is spiritual, uh, the pre-programmed actions of the creator have not been disturbed. That is a spiritual environment. What is a spiritual thought means? The thought which generates to do that is that. So it's a good thing. That's a both are congenial.
So second one, at what stage or age we have to recognize spiritual health?
Say spiritual health starts from the day the child is born. Say spiritual health, that's why I told you the culturing of the mind. The best way is for our children. When the children starts learning, from that particular point only, you must train our students spiritually. Right? Then when they become young, deconditioning of the mind. See, that is very difficult. See, for all our young elders, at the age of 25, 30, when our mind is impregnated with adharmic thoughts, to remove that adharmic thoughts and put a dharmic thought is very difficult. So the best thing is to start it in a children. The parent has got greater responsibility. Children, we are the childhood age only. But at any age you can do it. At any age you can do it.
So next one, what are the main reasons why human being worldwide departed from spirituality, knowing fully well that it is a threat to humanity?
This is a very good question because they have not today world is going with money materialistic. So today world we are our education system. I will blame our education system. See, in our own system, there was Gurukula Ashrama system, which was training our students holistically. Now we give education only to how to earn the money. So the whole mentality of the society now, it is a part of the government and the society. They are not prioritizing the spiritual system, and materialistically we are more attached. This is the reason.
So next one, if everything is pre-programmed, why there is no system of destruction of those go against the nature?
See, that's why I said, except man, nobody disturbs the pre-programmed actions. No animal will disturb the pre-programmed actions. If we just observe in the creation, except the man. That's why I was telling why this God gave these negative emotions to man. So man is the only creation on this earth. Though the man is the most evolved component, having all most evolved thing, but he is the only man disturbing the pre-programmed actions of the universe. Why he is doing this? Because he is not understood. So we have not trained the human mind properly. We are not made to understand by disturbing this, he is also going to be disturbed. That we have not trained. The fault lies with the society.
COVID-19 affects every walks of life. Its impact towards everyone and others' psychological and psychiatric health is significant. Yet, how should we quantify?
See, these social media have created lot of fear on COVID. As I put it, COVID virus also has got a right to live. It is again a manifestation of creation. Those who have good immunity, they need not bother. 98% of the COVID people will recover. Only 2% of the people who will succumb to complications. Who are they? Who have no immunity. We have no good immunity. So therefore, you are again for a good immunity, spiritual health. Those who have good spiritual health will have a good immunity. So therefore, these people who are aged, people who have got uncontrolled diabetes, people who are suffering from cancer, in whom the immunity level is very low, such people should bother and they should take wear good mask and maintain a distance. You need not worry. The people, if you don't do careless, if you are careless, if you don't care for your health, Corona doesn't care for you.
So, next one, spirituality can be applicable in day to day life.
What's that?
Spirituality can be applicable in day to day life.
Yes, it is a way of living. See, it is a way of living. In each action of you, you must think, is it disturbing the pre-programmed actions of the nature? Spirituality lies in each action of you. So therefore, day-to-day activities, yes, the spiritual component should work in each acts of life.
So, the last one, can you confirm the pandemic to be fake?
Pandemic?
To be fake.
No, definitely not. See, this that means are you referring to the COVID?
Yes, yes, sir.
No. It is not fake.
They refer to COVID
It is not
19.
fake. It is not fake. It is real.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
On behalf of Vidyavardhaka Sangha Management and Sri K. Puttaswamy Fated College, and putting one more question to ask you, sir. How to induce spiritual well-being in case of a person who does not believe in God?
See, that's why I told you believing God is not necessary. See, it is not believing in God, it is believing in truth. Say God means it is not idol. Though God means it is not Rama, Krishna, or some stone idol. Don't believe in stones and idols. I told you for a common man for him to teach spirituality, our ancient people created these idols, right, and temples for a common man. God means highest energy. You believe. Will you believe that there is a creator? If you don't believe there is a creator, then there is no point in understanding spiritual health. I have given enough examples that there must be a creator. how this entire universe is happening, is moving without a creator. So, if you just understand the depth-wise the science of creation, you must believe that there is a creator, there is a regulator. So that regulator, you call it as a higher force, you call it as a God. If you don't want to call it as a God, you call it as a higher force.
So another one, how to practice spiritual health?
Yes, this is a very good question which I have omitted. Yes. The great, our ancient spiritual master, Patanjali, gave an answer to this. Yoga. Yoga is a way to attain spiritual health. What is yoga? Yoga means not asanas. Yoga has got important four components. One is Gnana Yoga. Gnana Yoga means understanding the science of creation. Gnana Yoga contains science of creation. Then Karma Yoga. Karma means dharmic acts, what acts you should do in your life, which does not disturb, to potentiate the pre-programmed action. This is karma. What actions you should do, what actions you should not do. That contains karma yoga. Raja yoga. I told positive emotions and negative emotions. How to make your positive emotions to come to the surface? It is by Raja Yoga. You can practice Raja Yoga, which has got 8 components. So that Raja Yoga will help you to make your negative emotions come to the surface and negative positive come to the surface and negative to go down. So these all the ways and asanas. Of course, asanas are not the only component. These three are most important. Asanas means the postures. So to do in postures, see the muscles and nerves are put into different postures. Through that you are controlling your mind. Through that you are controlling your mind. And these are the nerves, the muscle tensions, the muscle tensions, in different tension if you create, that will have an impact on the mind. Then pranayama. The pranayama means see, the breath is a manifestation of kinetic energy in the body. Kinetic energy. So this electrical energy in the body is converted into, there are bioenergy. That is a different subject by itself. So kinetic energy, the lungs move. So it's a manifestation of everything. There is a relationship. There is a good relationship between breath and the mind. See, if you are hungry, you will have more respiration. If you are cooled down, your respiration will come down. I think you might have experienced in your life. So there is a relationship between the breath and the mind. So through the breath, pranayama, you are going to control your mind. So by all these mechanisms, you are going to increase your spiritual energy. So spiritual energy, the conversion of the electrical energy into a spiritual energy. That is a process. So your spiritual energy increases, your spiritual thought generation automatically increases. Everything is boils out to energy. So yoga, if you practice yoga in the right sense, it is a way to spiritual health.
Thank you for sharing your 4.5 decades of rich experience in the field of medical and the spirituality. On behalf of our management and our principal and all my faculty members and all participants, once again, I thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, all the listeners, and also the Vidyavardhaka First Grade College staff and the Vidyavardhaka Sangha to give me an opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you.
ಬರೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಬೇಗ ಬಂದು